I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad.
Hi everyone, my name is Christy and this is my beautiful daughter Elia. This is not a hair tutorial. This is simply a video that I wanted to get out there to any other mamas of beautiful African American children with gorgeous hair that needs to be maintained. I'm hoping that there are some foster mamas, some adoptive mamas, or any other type of ethnicity or nationality or whatever you want to call it that do not have experience caring for African American children's hair. I have been there, I have learned, I am no way an expert. I am learning something new every single day, but I really wish there was a video out there that I could have used in my beginning stages of my learning of caring for my daughter's hair. I'm going to be totally real and transparent. My two older daughters, Avea and Elia, their hair requires a lot more attention than my younger daughters, Natalia and Lily. Like, I'm just going to be completely real and put it all out there. But I have learned that it is their crown. It is their identity. It is what they look in the mirror every single day and then they see and they're proud of. It is a part of who they are, and for that reason, it was so incredibly important for me to learn how to care for their hair properly. Every single coil, every single strand of their hair needs to be gently cared for appropriately to what their hair specifically needs. My daughter Avea has a completely different texture than my daughter Elia. They require different products, different styles, different routines, and different care. I know that sounds super overwhelming, and you're right. Sometimes it is. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Sometimes it takes me 2 to 3 hours to wash, dry, moisturize, detangle, and put it in a protective style. But I love it. It's a bonding time. It's something that is super important to them just as much as it's important to me. I am their mama. It is my job to make sure that they are cared for financially, physically, mentally, and as well as their hygiene. And actually, this is all about their confidence and how they approach the world as well. I know this seems like a lot to you guys, but I promise you, I'm speaking truth here. Like, their hair is so important for you guys to learn to maintain. And if you feel like it's too much and you've tried and you've watched YouTube videos and you just can't get it down, I really encourage you to seek help. You know, Google it, Yelp it. There's got to be someone out there that can help you care for your child's hair. Whether it be your own biological child, your foster child, or your adoptive child, if you find that it's too difficult to maintain, please find someone that can help you. And again, I am not an expert. I am not a hairstylist. I'm simply some regular mama from around the block that has learned and is still learning to care for her kids' hair. Like, I can't say this enough. I am not an expert. This is not a hair tutorial. I'm just simply doing my baby girl's hair and talking to you guys. But that being said, I am going to share some of the things that I really wish I learned early on. These are just super, super basic hair care things. First of all, be gentle with their hair. It is prone to breakage 1,000,000 times more than Caucasian or Asian hair or Indian hair or whatever else is out there. I can't stress this enough. Please be gentle with their hair. Do not wash it every single week. You're stripping the oils that they really do not have enough of, as I would. So please do not wash their hair more than once a week. And if you do wash it, please lather on that conditioner, let it sit, gently massage it in, and let the hair soak it up before you rinse it out. Then afterwards, Put some leave-in conditioner in it every single time you wash or co-wash. It's super important to just automatically bring back that moisture in as much as possible because washing strips all the natural oils out of the hair. I love coconut oil. Coconut oil is amazing. I really suggest you put coconut oil on the scalp every single day if you can. Put it in a spray bottle, put it on their edges and the creases, not the creases, what are they called? The parts in their hair, and just gently put your fingers through it and keep that scalp moisturized. You know, you'll see grease and such in the stores and such, and yes, I do use that sometimes, but I really strongly suggest you do not put it on the scalp because it clogs the pores.
Look to the left, look to the right.
Like I said, try not to wash the hair so much, but if you feel like every 3 to 4 days you need to, just do a co-wash. Just do a simple wash with conditioner only, or dilute the shampoo a lot with some water if you feel like you really must. But don't forget, put that leave-in conditioner in right away and gently detangle it with a wide tooth comb or a proper detangling brush while the conditioner is still in it, while they're still in the bathtub or the shower or laid up on the counter, whatever. Gently do it there, so it just makes the detangling process a lot easier. As far as shampoos, please do not use anything with silicones or sulfates. It dries out their hair at a more rapid rate. And also, please do not use any heat in their hair when they're this young. I mean, some people do, and to each their own, but it's really not good. It's just speeds up the damaging process, and she's beautiful. She just, these cute little natural styles is all this little baby girl needs. Another thing that I learned, not early on, but later on, a couple years into having my daughters, is that tight ponytails, tight braids can look pretty cool, but they put a lot of stress on hair and scalp. Over time, they can create crimps and breakage in hair. They can also stress the hair follicles and cause thinning along the hairline, which I've been there. I've gone through it, trial and error. I'm learning something new every single day. Rubber bands are super damaging, but you'll see about 3 or 4 sections of Elia's hair today. I am using the rubber bands, but I'm only using them lightly. They're not tight, and I know they're in sections that are super healthy and moisturized, and it will not break her hair. But my recommendation is just to try not to use rubber bands at all. They can cause tears and breakage, and that is not good. This is probably the most important one that I want to talk to you guys about. It is the use of relaxers in kids' hairs. I have seen so many mamas that do not want to deal with the hair, and I know it's a lot of work and you feel like it's a burden, you don't have time, you don't have the patience, but please don't put relaxers in your child's hair. It's not good. It damages it, and I've seen so many of my friends grow up and are constantly trying to grow their hair back and nurture it because their parents put relaxers in it when they were kids. Also, every now and then, just let the hair go. Let it go. Put it down, put it in a loose bun or ponytail. Put a super cute headband on her. There's some really cute ones I got from Amazon. I'll put a link below. Just let it relax. Let it breathe. Like the tension from always having in braids and cornrows and twists and whatever style, it puts a lot of stress on the hair. It's just good to kind of let it go and let it relax every now and then. Another really important way I care for my girls' hair is they have a lot. They have like a collection of satin bonnets or scarves and things. I put it on their hair every single night when they're going to bed. We also have satin pillowcases, and I'll put the link below. I think they were like $6 or $7 on Amazon. Not only is it good for their hair to keep it from breaking and being dry and brittle, it just keeps the moisture in. It also is really good for your face as well. Cotton can strip the hair of its natural oils and really cause it to dry faster. So switching out your kid's pillowcase with a satin or a silk one, and also having a silk or satin head wrap or bonnet is really important to protecting the hair while they sleep. There are a million ways that you can care for your child's hair and to keep it healthy and to make sure that it is always moisturized and well taken care of. You know, there's a lot for me to learn still, but these are the things that I know work for my kids, hands down. I feel like these are the super raw, basic maintenance techniques on how to care for a beautiful African American girl or boy's hair. I'm learning things every single day. Again, I am not an expert. This is not a hair tutorial. I just really wanted to give some knowledge to people that really have no clue what it takes to care for their hair and to maintain it. Like it's so important. You know, if you don't do anything to moisturize or care for, you know, your child or the child you're caring for's hair, it's going to break off. It's not only will it damage the hair, you know, permanently, it also is going to strip the child of their confidence. You know, their hair is their crown, and maintaining it and caring for it appropriately, not only it's just I cannot even, like, I'm gonna get emotional thinking about it because I've seen so many babies walking around with their hair matted and not cared for because their caregiver just did not take the time to learn how to properly care for it. So please, if you are unable to, if you are not willing to, please find someone who will. I also want to say that what works for one child will not work for another child. I know I touched bases on this a little bit in the beginning, but I can't just tell you like, hey girl, use this leave-in conditioner, it works wonders, because it may not work for your child like it works for my child. And when you start to detangle a child's hair, you want to make sure that it is fully moisturized and you have the proper tool to detangle without damaging the hair, and start at the end. Start with small, tiny strokes at the end of the hair and work your way up. If you start from the scalp and try to go down, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to damage the hair, you're going to get frustrated, and it's going to take you a million years to get the tangles out of the hair, and by the time you're done, half of the hair will be gone. Let's just say that. So it's so important to start at the ends of the hair. Okay, enough of that. I want to kind of tell you quickly about what I'm doing to Elia's hair. So I did take it out of a style that I put in it last week. I usually only style her hair every 1 to 2 weeks. Remember, I don't put cornrows in her hair simply because I do not know how to do it. I've tried and I just can't do it, but Mama can do singles and twists all day. I just can't cornrow, and when she wants it, I have a really good friend of mine do it for her, which lasts like 3 weeks to a month. Maybe I can stretch it if I really oil her scalp well and keep on it. But if I'm just doing twists or one strand braids or whatever, it only lasts 1 to 2 weeks tops. The style that she had before this, I had for 1 week, and I only wash every 2 weeks, and her hair is in such good shape. I didn't need to do like a co-wash this time. I just needed a little bit of a revamp to get her through to the week. I'm doing a special style next week. So this style I'm hoping that will last maybe 8 to 9 days before she has a special event where I'm going to style it again. But what I did was I gently took out her little poof styles that I had. She had a lot of rubber bands in it. Gently, don't worry, they were not tight, but I usually use like a cuticle remover or a little baby nail clipper and gently clip the rubber bands so that they just naturally fall out of her hair and don't cause any damage. If you try to take a rubber band and just rip it out of her hair, you're going to rip the hair with it. So I gently just clipped it with a cuticle, or I think this time I couldn't find it. So I used a little baby nail clipper, clipped it, and it just gently released so there was no damage to the hair.
Like we were fiction in a book.
Then I went ahead and parted it and moisturized it with leave-in conditioner. That is my go-to. I use it with everything. I don't really put too much grease in her hair. Only on little stubborn dry areas I will put it, but I try to avoid the scalp. In my little white bottle thing with the squeeze top, That is my little makeshift coconut oil and water mixture that I made. That is what I use on the parts of her hair. So only thing is in here is just a little spray detangler and leave-in conditioner and some coconut oil on the scalp. That's it. I do use a little edge gel around the edges of her hair just to give it a little bit of that clean look, but I really don't use gel too much, and when I do, I just use the Eco Styler. I know you guys probably saw me using some different products in previous videos, but your girl has learned, I've improved, I've evolved, I've changed, and you know, the routine has changed, and the products that I use change as well. I did recently, the past 3 or 4 months, start using Carol's Daughter, but I really wanted to use up the rest of my Cantu products before I fully go into the Carol's Daughter, because I absolutely love them, but I'm not going to waste any product, and it has worked for me thus far, so I'm going to use up these products to probably the next hair tutorial. Never mind, this isn't a hair tutorial. The next hair video that you see, I will be using strictly Carol's Daughter products, which I absolutely love. Alright, I've been blabbing way too much. I'm going to let you guys hear some beats and just enjoy the music and watch me finish up Elia's hair. But one more thing before I go. Everyone braids differently. Everyone moisturizes and has their own technique. Everyone puts beads in the hair differently. Everyone has their own style, their own flavor, their own way of doing things. So let's not judge each other on what you should or shouldn't do to your child's hair, or you should do this way, you should do it that way, that's not good. You know what? Let's just respect each other. We all have our own way of doing things. That's it. Thank you guys so much, and if you're new here and you enjoy this type of video, please hit the subscribe button and introduce yourself in the comments below. Remember, only positive vibes. Thanks guys, have a great day.
Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I'm leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I move on. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times. Go, from my emotions. I'll go, running to better times, 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 to better times. I look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me, nothing.